You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.
They still are stupid.
It's funny, like I was just listening to what we're saying, and those were recorded so long ago. That,
But
like,
it's so perfect.
it's still the same
I like
for the
it.
most part.
I like it. Well, so I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Right? This is the first episode after beautiful Thanksgiving dinner and feast, and I'm sure everybody had a great time. I know our viewers and listeners definitely did because they're good peeps.
Yeah, we hope you did. Did you have a good time at our Thanksgiving?
It was nice. Honestly, I love being with Mom and you guys. I enjoy it. I mean, you know, a lot of family comes over, extended family, whatever. It was nice. It was a nice night.
It was nice. Good food. Great food.
Great food. It was definitely a nice time.
We're recording this the day after Thanksgiving.
Right.
So we're still full from lunch.
Yeah, beautiful day
dinner.
here in South Florida. And
On
it's all
Black
good.
Friday.
Why you make it a racial thing?
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah, no, but that's okay. We call it Black Friday. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck would want to go shopping a day like today.
Especially like guys, it's actually insanely nice out in
I
Florida.
can't believe we're doing it because we
I
have
know.
plans tonight.
And I'm like looking at the window right there, and it's so nice looking.
It's the nicest fucking day. It's beyond gorgeous, and we're in here doing a podcast.
Well, yeah, it's
Because
only
we're-
1 hour.
We're away tomorrow.
It's also only 1 hour.
Yeah, we're
and
going
it's
to
like the middle of it.
Right. So it's all good. But it was a nice night, and so family, friends, and it was good.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm realizing right now, because I can feel it coming on, that I forgot to take my allergy pill yesterday. Because I can feel like my
I
eyes
didn't
are
even know
itchy,
you
my
take
nose.
an allergy pill.
So I take one every day. I have to take a Zyrtec every single day, and if I miss one day, I like feel it. Like I literally feel it
Is
right
this from
now.
what, the dog?
No, it's just allergies, and it's just so annoying that for the rest of my life I have to take one of those. And there are multiple things like that I have. I have to put.
Don't touch your eyes. Don't touch it.
No, I have to put.
know, but don't touch. Why touch your skin?
I touch
can
my
still
skin
do it
all day, every day.
That's the problem. Don't touch your fucking
No,
face.
I have to put like ointment twice a week on my nose.
Any touches, stop touching it.
Because I get what is it, like eczema or whatever I think it is. And if I just put like a little dab of ointment on my nose once or twice a week. And I remember when it was like 3-4 years ago that I first had to start doing it. And I was like to the dermatologist, how long does this have to happen? And she was like, oh, you're like, it's indefinite.
All right, but it's nobody like brushing
But
your
it's just
teeth.
like that, how it like, that's a failure on my body. Like that's a failure
That's
of the
from
human
mom's
body.
side. That's from mom's side.
And then also I have this fucking stupid ass eye thing that my oil gland in my right eye
All right, but-
blocks itself. So I have to clean it out all the time. And if I forget to clean it out, I have to just like clean it with baby soap. And if I forget to, then it grows a fucking cyst and I have to get it surgically removed.
Okay, all right. You're right.
But it's like, those are things that I have to do for the rest of my life. Are you fucking kidding me?
You have a great life. That should be your biggest problem. I think the fact that you're so hairy is worse, but that's okay.
But it's like one day I just woke up and it's like, oh, now I have to take an allergy pill every day for the rest of my life.
When you get old, you got to take medicine, do shit like that. It's okay. It's not the end. It's not the end all.
No, there was definitely way worse. But it's just like, it's
A
annoying.
lot of people do take allergy pills.
That's just so annoying.
You know what I find very annoying, which is that, so I went to the dermatologist myself, great dermatologist. I'm not going to mention names. But I went to the dermatologist on Wednesday, and I went there a month ago, and I get there, and they go, it's going to be an hour wait. I go, well, number one, why wouldn't you fucking call me?
It's like, what's the whole idea of an appointment?
Correct. I'm not there yet, right? I said, why didn't you fucking call me?
My eyes are all itchy now.
Stop
Fucking
touching your eyes.
So annoying.
So I said, why didn't you fucking call me? I was pissed because my time is more valuable than doctors. I make more fucking money than he does, and me being out of the office, at least fucking call me. So I said, I'm not staying here. I want to reschedule to another time, but make sure that when I come, there's no wait. She goes, well, if you come at 1:15, that's right after his lunch, there won't be a wait. So I get there at 1:15. I said, I'm not waiting. She goes, it shouldn't be long. They put me in a room purposely. It was 1 o'clock, 1:15 my appointment. I got there 1:13. 1:15, you know what time doctor came in?
2:30.
No. Oh, I would have went postal and shut the whole place up.
1:45.
10 to 2. Came in at 10 to 2. And I was literally going to say I was going to go off on him, but he's a nice guy and he's a good doctor. So I was proud of myself. I left it alone, but I was there one fucking hour.
That's just classic doctors. I don't know. That's always been a thing with doctors.
But imagine if you came to my law office and I kept waiting in the lobby for an hour.
Yeah. That's just what doctors do. I don't know why.
Fucking hate it. Like, That's a trigger for me. I'm fucking annoyed.
No, I hate waiting unnecessary waits. I hate.
I wanted to say to the doctor, you owe me
Yeah.
for my hourly rate for me being here.
No, I hate waiting so much that it's like not worth it to me anymore to wait. I won't do it. It's like worth it to me to spend a little extra money so I don't have to wait places.
What am I can do? I can spend extra money.
No, not at the doctor. I'm saying in other things. Like on Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving, is like a big night for going out because everyone's back home and stuff. And so my friends and I wanted to go out to this bar on Atlantic Avenue that always gets really, really crowded in Delray Beach, Florida. Always gets really crowded, and there's always a huge wait on big nights. And I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm just not going to wait. That's not worth it. We're too old for that shit. That's the fucking 19-year-olds are the ones that wait. I'm not doing that. And so it cost us each like $100 because we rented it. We did a table. We got a table, but it was so worth it. We had our own little spot. I felt like we had our own little spot. We didn't have to deal with the fucking massive crowds. We didn't have to wait. And I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm over that shit. I'm over fighting my way to get to the bar. I'm done. Like,
right, there's a value to your time.
Yes, 100% there is. It was worth it to me.
Pissed at the dermatologist, but
although it ended up being way more. We spent way more than we planned. So originally there were 5 of us, right? That were.
Do I want to hear this?
No, it's all right. I mean, there were 5 of us that were originally planning to go in on the table, just like close friends from growing up. And the promoter at the club was like, it's $500 minimum for the table, but you can have as many people come as you want. And so we were like, oh, that's fine, $100 each, and that's towards our drinks, and then we can cut the line. We don't have to pay a cover. That seems well worth it to me. So then we get there, and it's like the more you're out, the more you start drinking, the more you start inviting people, right? Like friends from high school
you're paying
texted
for their drinks?
No. Friends from high school texted, and they're like, oh, what are you up to tonight? And I'm like, oh, we have a table at so-and-so, come. So then the more people come, and then it ended up being, our total was $950 for our bill.
Everybody pays.
Yes, everyone paid, but it ended up still being more. So we thought we were going to pay $100 each. We ended up paying $200 each, which wasn't horrible.
So why is that you ended up paying $800?
Because more people came, and we just got more alcohol.
Correct, but why are you guys paying for their alcohol?
No, everyone ended up splitting it, but just because there were more people, I have
a question.
You just start spending more.
I understand the more people you spend with. That concept is 101. My question is, it cost you $200.
Yes.
So therefore, there's 5 of you.
No, there ended up being 10 of us.
So why are you paying $200?
Because everyone paid $200. We split the bill at the end of the night, and it ended up being $200 a person. Where originally we thought we were going to order one bottle.
5 people, you spend $1,000. That's what you're saying.
No. But no, it was going to be 5 people spending $500.
Instead, it was 5 people spending $1,000.
No, instead it was 7 people spending $1,000, 8 people spending $1,000, whatever. And we don't pay for the girls.
It was only extra 2 or 3 more people.
No, it was Brandon, Eric,
not to mention
Blake. There's no last names. Allie, her boyfriend. There were 5 extra people, and then it was me, AJ, Garrett, and Christina. So it was 4 plus the 5 people. So there were 9 people total. So and the girls don't pay. You don't have the girls pay.
9 times 2 is $1,800. The bill was $900.
No, so Garrett, AJ, me, and my friend each paid $200.
So you're paying for everybody's drinks.
No, we're paying for the girls' drinks and ours, yes.
But the other guys didn't pay.
No. Eric and Brandon got their own. I'm just saying we ended up spending much more money. We ended up buying extra
Why
alcohol.
are you paying for the girls' drinks?
That's just what you do. You just pay for the girls at tables. It's just,
Idiot. It's a lot of money. They're not your girlfriend.
There's 2 of them, and when you split, whatever.
There's 2 of them.
There were 2 girls and 7 guys, and so you pay for the girls.
But the 7 guys doesn't make sense. It sounds like you bought.
Eric and Brandon bought their own bottle. What I'm saying is,
you just bought more alcohol.
We just ended up buying more bottles than we originally planned because the night just got more fun, and people come over, and it's just like, oh, let's get another one. Yeah, it's just that's what ends up happening.
An idiot.
That's what ends up happening. I don't know,
idiot.
But it was fun. I can afford to do it, and it was fun, and I enjoy myself now looking back at the night. So it's like, okay, whatever. So I have $100 less. Okay.
No, it's $200 you spent, which means you have to make $350 for that. That's a lot of money.
One of the 100 I was given by that guy who had the wad that fell.
Okay, yeah.
There was a guy at the table next to us who had a wad of fucking $100 bills. He had to have at least 50 of them, $100 bills in this wad, probably even more.
Moron.
In his back pocket, sticking out. And they were sticking out so far, he was sitting on the top of his booth, which shared with our booth. And so the bills were sticking out so far that some of them started spilling out of his pocket. So they're falling into my booth now. So I noticed it. I was sitting there and I turned around and I picked up like 10 $100 bills. And then I saw they were falling out of his pocket. So I was like, yo, bro, is this yours? Like, you got to be careful about that. And he was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And he took 2 of the hundreds and put it in my, I think it was this jacket actually. Oh no, I took it out.
So where is the other?
He put it. It's I don't know. Maybe I lost the other 100 or I gave it to someone.
Good one.
Because he put 200 in, and then this morning when I checked my wallet, I only had 100. I don't know, but he gave me cash, and he was like, "Oh, thanks so much." I was like, "I don't want this. It's probably fucking."
It was nice of you.
But then I was like, "Okay, I'm not."
And you lost 100.
I don't know. Maybe I gave it. Maybe he gave me 200 and I gave it back, and then he gave me 100 and I kept it. I don't fucking remember. It was 2 a.m. and I was inebriated at the time. That's what you do.
I don't know. If I could. All right, whatever makes you happy. What can I tell you?
So it's officially like holiday season now. We can play the holiday music.
Wow.
It's after Thanksgiving.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, that's that.
Brownie's fit. He loves that joke. I don't get it.
I do.
I don't understand it, but I don't, whatever. So it was, yeah, I guess that's that. No,
Good one.
I want to try. You did the wrong one?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
So, Bronny, let's talk about Pelosi for a moment.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
You have the house up, right?
No, I don't even have that on the list because I don't ever want to talk about Pelosi, so I didn't put it on the list, but go ahead.
No, but someone said she bought this $25 million home in Florida, which is like, so first of all, how does a government employee afford $25 million home?
Well, to even become a government employee now, you have to be a multimillionaire. It's a money game. That's all it is.
Well,
it's like we were talking about in the NFL. Roger Goodell's salary is $63 million.
I don't understand.
So
that.
it's like the only way you get to the job is to be someone extremely wealthy. They're not choosing, because you have to pay off people. You have to have a lot of money to even get people behind you. So to be a politician in America, you have to be wealthy, or you have to be someone like an AOC. But honestly, AOC probably has fucking backing behind her that is super wealthy, even though she's not.
You think?
You just can't get to a place in American politics anymore without having a lot of money. You can't. If you're going to run for Congress, you need millions of dollars to do it.
People give you that. That's different.
No. How if you
Campaign.
tomorrow, but to campaign to even get the donors, you have to have money. Like if you were going to go tomorrow, let's say you needed to raise $50 million, you need money to even raise the $50 million.
Yeah.
You can't be me. I couldn't just try to raise millions of dollars. That's not easy. Just to run for office, like, why would you even donate to me? It's not like you're investing in my business. That's easier to get money for. You're just giving me money. That's it. So you have to be wealthy.
Or people believe that you can win and then they want you to go ahead and then they want to call in a favor or they, whatever it is. And
right, but like an AOC, She came from nowhere in the Bronx. Why would a multimillionaire even give her money? Like you have to form those connections and you have to sell yourself out.
Yeah, I know nothing about her. I know nothing about it.
Basically, what I'm just saying is all politicians are extremely wealthy. They're all wealthy.
But $25 million home means you have to have $50 million to make that, and then there's carrying costs and things like that. And she hates fucking that. She talks about Florida with all the bullshit, and yet she's here. Benefiting from the taxes,
of course.
Benefiting from our government. I bet she's not wearing her fucking mask. It's such bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
And they're all coming here and fucking up our state. That's a major problem.
I don't know if they will with Florida. Floridians are so adamant about it. Like because everyone's
but if
moving
there's
here,
more people coming here and then the voters, it's a problem. It could change. It 100% could change.
Yes, but I do also think a lot of people who are coming here because they're changing the way that they vote.
But no, they might not like the government office, but they're still going to vote Democratic. They're still going to vote Dem. You know that. How close?
Honestly, I don't know, Dad.
Didn't we lose?
Next
Didn't
election,
DeSantis just win marginally?
Yes,
from that.
But also, no one
drug
knew.
Addict?
But also, no one knew who DeSantis was back then.
I get it, but it was how lucky are we?
Yes.
No, we are so lucky because how fuck would we be?
DeSantis just won out of the governorship 3 years ago.
I think 20,000 votes.
And who he beat was literally they found him in
like a hotel
room with heroin or meth and a gay prostitute in bed with him.
So wait,
that was going to be our governor.
Now, but understand, but it was so close. That's scary.
It was so close.
But isn't that scary?
Yes, but like think about the 2024 election. Actually, speaking of the 2024 election, you should bring up your shirt. So Dad's wearing the Jon and Bron 2024. This is a tangent, but we'll come back. Dad's wearing the Jon and Bron 2024 shirt, which was our original merch drop ever. Our first shirt we ever did. We sold out of them right away. But we decided for the holidays, because
Bring that shit back, Bronny.
we had so many people that asked. They were like, I want to buy a Jon and Bron shirt for my wife for Christmas or whatever. So we were like, fuck it, let's bring it back for a limited time. I really did not purchase many of them, and we dropped a pre-order link on our Instagram, and I think already like a quarter of them are gone.
Really?
Yeah. So if you want to get the shirt that Dad's wearing, if you're watching or if you're listening, it's our Jon and Bron 2024 campaign shirt.
It's a classic.
If you want to get that, head to daddyissuesthepodcast.com/shop, or the link is in the description as well. So get that.
All right.
So back to
Wait, so it's just saying, so when we're having breakfast today, and that family comes over,
yes,
and we know it, and
I didn't know who they were.
I forget who they are. I know them.
We sat down at
I
breakfast.
don't say, yes, of course I know who they are. I know who they are. Yes, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
So one of the kids goes, I think, to Tulane as well.
Okay,
but they're very nice people.
Yeah, I sat
They're
down
good
at
people.
the table for breakfast this morning. I sit down and a woman beelines towards me and goes, "I just need to tell you, you are so much funnier than your dad on the podcast."
And I
was
we know
like,
it's not true.
"Hell
We know that's
yeah! Woo!" So shout out. I know she's listening.
We know it's not true because we know for a fucking fact that I am.
No, you're really funny.
No, I'm funnier and I'm the talent.
What it is your Bryce and I were talking about this the other day.
Bryce, who makes fucking Bryce the authority?
Bryce and I were talking about it. Your quantity over quality. You rapid fire jokes all the time. You're trying to think of a funny thing to say, and you land maybe like a fifth of them. I don't try to make jokes often, but when I do, they always land. So you're like the Netflix where they just throw shit at the wall and a lot stick. You know, you get Stranger Things, you get Squid Games. A lot of them stick, but there's a lot of shit too. I'm the HBO. You know, they release 2 shows a year, 3 shows a year, but they're all really good. That's the difference.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, retard.
So wait,
But it was nice seeing them and
Yes.
appreciate it and listening. And
we've been getting more, I guess, because TikTok has like lifted our shadow ban because our views are back to kind of what they used to be. We've been getting recognized more recently. When I was at, I don't really want to say the name of the bar that I was at on Wednesday when I had the table. 2 people independently. Well, one friend of mine was there with all of her friends from high school. We went to separate high schools, but we went to middle school together. She was there with all her friends from high school. And when I showed up, I didn't even know she was going to be there. I was like, "Oh, hey, it's good to see you." And she was pulling me around to all of her friends being like, "This is the guy with the podcast." And I was like, "Is that just what I am now?" And then another
you
person.
love it.
Oh, I do love it.
Okay.
I was walking through trying to get one of my friends to like come in to cut the line. And as I was walking by, someone goes, "This is going to sound so weird, but do you have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so if you're listening, if you were at, I don't really feel like saying that.
Don't say it.
But if you were out on the Ave on Wednesday night and you came up to me, I like was drunk at that point, so I don't really remember what we talked about. But if you were there, I remember talking to you. Okay, wait, let's get back to we were talking about Pelosi.
I think we're with Pelosi.
I just wanted to say, if you look at the 2024 election, right, it's going to either be Kamala or Buttigieg. That's who they're putting forth.
Seriously?
Who both of them, both of them, no one likes them. No one likes any of them. Even on the left.
So they can't win, right?
And then on the right, it's going to be DeSantis or like Nikki Haley or one of those. And it's like, if you look at that, who's going to vote for Kamala? Even on the left, like let's say someone moved from California to Florida because they love
Biden will run again.
No, not at all. Not at all. They're already positioning Kamala or Buttigieg. They already are. You can see it in the media. You can hear how they're talking points. So let's say you're someone who's 30 and you just moved to Florida. You've voted Democrat your whole life. Right? You're not like super liberal, but you're just progressive. You're like young and you just vote for the left and you want social policies and stuff. And you moved to Florida because California shut down and you wanted the lower tax rate. And so you moved to Miami and you are here now and you're enjoying yourself. And then 2024 rolls around. Are you going to vote for DeSantis, who you know gave you this great life in Florida? Or are you going to vote for Kamala Harris? It's like, it's a no-brainer.
All right. So let's say, yes, awesome, DeSantis wins. I'm nervous about fucking...
Florida then?
Yeah, I'm very nervous about it. Because we saw how much power local government has.
They really
So
do.
it concerns the fuck out of me. Like I love.
Who even knows about 2024? What the fuck this country's going to look like?
I love like Florida's its own independent. Like fuck you, and we just have a great state. We do economically. It's great. It's just great in every way. The freedoms. It's fucking great.
Yes, it's great in every way, and even like no one can argue with it anymore. Throughout the whole pandemic, the media and the left was bashing Florida.
Like everybody's dying in the streets with COVID. It's the most fucking rampant thing. Their death rates are at 2 billion%. Like right, they made it.
And now you see even there was like an op-ed in the New York Times last week that said like we have to take a look at Florida and see what they did right. There was something like even the media is like Florida is booming and their death and their COVID rates are lower than any other state in the country right now. They are
unbelievable.
And it's like. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. So I am very nervous about him leaving. Great for our country, but bad for Florida. Because who are you going to get like him?
He's so going to run, though. He's so going to run for president because he has the motivation.
He should.
This is his time. If he waits till 8 more years, he'll never do it.
It's like going for the Olympics. You're too old.
And like governors always move on to presidency.
No, he should be president. And I'd be happy with him for an 8-year term. But my point is, what do we do about Florida? I am worried about that because I love the way it's running right now. Our economy's fucking booming. Business is fucking great. You guys are here. Miami's fucking killing it. The real estate market's fucking killing it. It's just a great fucking state.
It is interesting how you have to look at when you look at the country and you see which states are doing well and which states aren't. And it's crazy that it's really, I hate to say it, but it's the Republican states that are doing well.
So did you said
Tennessee, Texas, Florida, North Carolina. Those are the states that are booming. Illinois, New York, or Arizona, let's say, is another state that's booming red. California, Seattle, or Washington. Those are the states that are hemorrhaging money. They're hemorrhaging people.
I'm listening to you. I'm trying to find this thing I want to show, which you know about. It's bless you. It says.
I fucking missed one day.
So I'm going to read this. Annoying. So the S&P announces Florida's AAA credit rating ranks higher than the nation. This week, Standard & Poor's confirmed Florida's AAA stable rating on Florida's general obligation bonds, the highest rating available, and established that Florida has earned a rating that is higher than the nation. This AAA rating reaffirms that Florida is leading in responsible governance and the Florida economy continue to grow and thrive. Florida's AAA rating places the state above the nation's rating of AA+. Florida is also outranking our high-populated states, with California only earning a AA- and New York only earning a AA+. S&P is one of the nation's leading bond rating companies. Florida, it says Florida's economy is strong because we have kept the state open, maintained a positive economic climate, taxed lightly, and spent wisely. Florida is yet again outpacing the nation, and the state is well positioned to weather future economic challenges. How great is that? Florida's geo bonds are eligible rated above the sovereign because we believe that state can maintain better credit characteristics.
I also don't know what any of this means.
It's Florida bonds. When you buy these bonds, it's what's backed and what's more secure. Florida is like the top, AAA+. That's a great thing, though.
Yeah,
also shows you the strength.
Like half of our state's going to literally be underwater in 50 years. So that'll be, that they're not. Bryce was saying that in Florida they won't do 40-year mortgages anymore because they believe that the properties won't even be a thing in 40 years because they're going to be underwater.
First of all, I love Bryce, but I'm telling you right now, I'm in the real estate industry and I do a lot of closings. I haven't seen I've never seen a 40-year.
Well, they're not even offering.
Okay, in my 30 years, I want to say 30 years of practicing law, 27 of them being heavy real estate.
Yes. Okay.
And title. I've never seen a 40-year mortgage. I know one person up in Connecticut who says he got a 40-year mortgage. I've never seen it. I think it's fucking retarded. If you do get a 40-year mortgage, it means you cannot afford to buy what you're buying. So when Bryce says it, they don't really exist. Like, oh no, really? No 40-year mortgage? I've never seen one. I've never, ever seen one. And I'm in the industry.
Okay.
So that's not a concern of mine. And Florida's not going to be underwater in 40, 50 years.
It definitely is.
Okay, well, that'll be your problem, but I don't believe it.
Not Florida, but like the island we're on will be. It will be. The beach is all. We've lost half the beach in the last 10 years.
Don't worry. They will fix all that shit. You'll see.
What do you mean? They're going to fix the ocean?
Yeah, like they do. They put these fucking, they dredge it. They do what they got to do. They could. The intercoastal, is all man-made.
Yes, which is why it's going to go under. No. It's all man-made by the mafia in the 1920s because the mafia.
No,
yes,
it was made for army for the.
The mafia came down to Miami in the 20s and they built South Beach, right? The island of South Beach. They built that because they wanted to sell. Because they thought if we could have two shorelines, we can sell double the land.
No, the Bronson. The actual intercoastal, all those waterways, those were done for the Army Corps of Engineers. They were built, but for
maybe they were built by. But why would the Army want a waterway through Florida? What does that help?
I'm telling you,
maybe it was built
it's all
by
controlled by them. You have to get their permission on various things. It was done for the purposes of our armed forces.
Right, but what I'm saying is the island that we live on, the barrier island of Florida, which extends from where we are down to South Beach, is a fake island. They took sand from out in the ocean in the 20s when they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Okay.
By corrupt mafia-run construction companies. Therefore, it's all going to fall.
No. Therefore, you'll see they will 100%. If they could do that back in the 20s, what you're saying, which I don't think it was done for that purpose, they will definitely be able to. They will.
It was just to make more money.
It's not. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
It literally is falling. We have buildings falling. No. One of them just fell a couple months ago.
Not because of the fucking the ocean.
It's because the land that it's on the foundation is it's not going to last. Buildings don't fall in New York City.
Wait, things don't last. Sometimes things are just built poorly. There's a lemon. Sometimes corners are cut. Sometimes New York City is very different. We have the salt air destroying our. If things are not, if they're corroding, if it wasn't built up to code, maybe code change. Things change. So So for me, for a building, I'm not saying it's right, but for one building in my lifetime that I've been alive, to know that a building fell is not. I know bridges that fell up north. You know how many bridges fucking just collapsed? Bridges, while cars were driving, just fucking collapsed.
I bet you that's the first of many. I bet you within the next 10 years, that's going to become a normal thing.
I don't think
insurance rates have already skyrocketed.
Because they're the biggest crooks they are, insurance companies. It's the reason
that's true too, yeah.
They are that's the mafia. They're the fucking crooks. So I don't think buildings are going to fall. That's my own opinion. I think shit happens.
Now
cranes fall all the time in New York City.
Right, but that's like not because of the land it's on. That's because it something happened.
It did not fall because of the land.
It did. No. There was a sinkhole underneath the building and the foundation cracked and they didn't upkeep it.
But that doesn't mean it's because Florida's sinking. It's just because...
But it is.
No, I don't agree with you on that.
It doesn't matter if you don't agree with me or not. It's factual evidence that it is sinking.
You said it's not going to be here in 50 years and I disagree with you. I'll be dead, but you fucking tell me in heaven or
I
hell.
think that this house we're in right now, the house we're in right now is one block off the beach. We're on the island that I was talking about. This house in 50 years, the where we are, there will be water, but where our feet would be.
Okay, enjoy. You better sell it then before
You're going to leave me with having to deal with selling this house.
I'll leave it to your other brothers. How about that?
Yeah, good luck with that.
You don't have to worry about it.
Good luck with that.
I'll leave you the wet spot. How about that, Bronny?
Yeah, sure. I'll just live on the roof.
It's a nice place to live. It's a day like today?
Day like today, it's a great place to be. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I don't remember. We can go into one of the other topics. All
right, so we're gonna I want to talk about that.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
The other thing I did want to say, just to put this out there with Pelosi, but I know we moved on.
Yeah, fuck her.
She's all about taxing the rich, giving money back to the poor, all that stuff.
Which is a lie.
She officiated last week or 2 weeks ago. She officiated the wedding of the Getty son. The Gettys are like they're like American royalty.
Why would anybody want her to officiate anything?
She officiated the Getty wedding. It was like a $50 million wedding.
Yeah.
She's a hypocrite. She was the officiate. Meanwhile, then she's saying tax the rich. It's like they're the rich. They're literally the 1% of the 1%.
Right. But why would look? She annoys me. Don't trigger me. I can't stand. I don't want to fucking talk about her. I fucking hate her. I don't want to talk about her anymore.
Okay,
she's a fucking loser.
Done. That's why I didn't even write it down.
She's a hypocrite, ugly fucking loser. Who does she know? All right. So now, let's talk about that car thing. We tried to talk briefly about breakfast that you don't want to talk about.
Which you didn't know about at all, right?
Right. I don't know anything. And I want to do a fatherly advice thing.
Okay.
Because we do it only once a week. I like that. I like those columns.
Yeah, and we have other things too.
I know. We never get to them.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
It's the start of the holiday season,
Officially the holiday season. Here we are.
And it's, it's gift giving season. And
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Manscaped Christmas. I don't know. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Will people be offended because we just say Merry Christmas? Like, it doesn't offend me.
Some people will.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
So here we are.
Manscaped has got you guys covered this year with the gifts. It's hard to find gifts for men, and it's even harder to find gifts for dads. Like, we always struggle finding a gift for you.
That's true.
We're like, what the fuck would dad want?
And it's a necessity.
Yeah, so these are the best gifts for the dads.
Very reasonably priced.
Yeah, so honestly, as sons, it's a great gift to give for your dad. And obviously, it's great to get the Lawnmower 4.0 if you want to, be the best son ever or daughter or non-binary child. You can get the full performance package 4.0.
If you really want to be the best child and you're non-binary, you should leave the home. But that's separate.
So Manscaped has got you covered from the expensive gifts, or even if you guys are looking for stocking stuffers, they got you covered with these. Look how small these products are, and this can change your dad's or your son's or your nephew's or your uncle's day-to-day life.
Right. And first of all, love the bottles.
You're talking about the shampoo and conditioner,
and the
2-in-1,
body wash.
and the body wash.
And I do use it, and I think they're fucking great. It's got this pump, which is awesome. They're heavy. They're made out of this metal. They fit perfectly, elongated to go in the stocking stuffer.
It was honestly it was designed for a stocking.
And I'd be like, if I'm not, I'm Jewish, but if I were to go into my stocking and pull this, I'd be like, oh my God, this is fucking perfect. This is exactly what I need.
No, but
it's good stuff. It's really good
real,
stuff.
and these are not that expensive gifts.
They're really
not.
But
that men will enjoy, and it'll not just be a thing they have, it'll actually better their life.
It's thoughtful, very reasonably priced. It's practical. It's a necessity. And every guy will want to use it.
So head over to manscaped.com and use our code DaddyIssues20. You'll get 20% off and free shipping. Make sure to head over now before some of their stuff sells out. And also, you want to ensure you have it before the holidays start.
You don't know with the Postal Service what's going to happen.
So head over manscaped.com, use our code DaddyIssues20. And that'll get you 20% off and free shipping. Honestly, be the best son. Your dad'll, you'll get brownie points in your dad's eyes this year.
Love it.
So 4 days ago, which a lot of people haven't even heard about. I'll just read the news article. So it says it was in Waukesha. Where the fuck is even Waukesha?
I don't know. Where is it?
Wisconsin or Minnesota? Let me see. Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. Okay, Wisconsin, the same state, because this is important. And you're going to be like, why are you drawing this parallel? The same state that Kyle Rittenhouse
okay. Interesting.
killed those people. Okay?
How many people did he kill?
3.
Self-defense.
2. 1 survived. He shot 3 people.
Okay.
The same state. This happened November 21st. So at the top of last week. 6 people have died and more than 60 injured after a driver sped his car into the crowd at a Waukesha Christmas parade.
Ugh.
Okay? So there's a few things.
Oh
they just said after a
God.
driver sped his car, right? So then it continues on. On Monday afternoon, police identified the suspect as a 39-year-old Daryl Brooks, saying they were referring 5 charges of first-degree intentional homicide. So now is where it gets really interesting. Police say they believe he was fleeing a nearby domestic incident when he sped into the crowd, though they specified that officers were not chasing Brooks. He made his first court appearance.
Oh,
okay.
God.
So do you want to watch the video of him doing it? It's hard to watch.
Why would someone do that? Ugh.
We'll get into why someone did it. Have you heard about this before I told you?
I know nothing about
Before we talked about it at lunch.
Okay, third time now.
Right. A lot of people haven't because the news isn't talking about it.
I'm not the right person to ask, though, because I don't know. I don't watch a lot of stuff.
But did you hear? You don't watch a lot of stuff. Did you hear about Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yes.
Before we even talked about it on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay. That was on the news all day, every day.
Is this person black, the driver?
He is.
Okay.
And he has a history, not only a history of violence, but a history of...
Great movie, by the way.
Yes, it is. He has a history of anti-white sentiments.
I'm angry when I hear these things.
Let's watch the video. I guess trigger warning to people who are watching, because it's not the easiest video to watch.
Do I not want to see it? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, turn it off. Turn it off.
Okay, so when you
Oh
watch,
my God, I have fucking chills. My whole.
so you watch that.
Oh my God.
To you, does that seem accidental?
No,
or
that's
purposeful?
100% intentional, and they need to beat the shit out of him. They need to kill him. Oh my God.
So what the media?
No, wait, Bronson.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't
told
know
you, a trigger
if you guys should watch because it is. You don't.
I gave a trigger warning because it's hard to watch.
Oh my God. It's. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
Wow.
how the media
Wow,
is
guys,
portraying
it is so devastating. It's just families just walking in
It's
the
a Christmas
street.
parade in
No.
a nice small American town. Okay, so
You knew it was a black guy driving. You know why?
why?
The car was burgundy.
That's true.
Isn't that the truth? And it was old. It was not a new one. But isn't that terrible me to say? But it's burgundy.
It was either a black guy or a grandma.
But listen, it's burgundy or they go in navy.
Burgundy is such a black person
Isn't it?
color.
Why isn't it?
Like
Isn't
a
it funny?
burgundy Escalade, but from like 2007.
Correct.
Is such a black
and
guy
this was
car.
a burgundy Suburban that was
Yeah.
3 generations old.
So Kyle.
Wow, that's very, very disturbing, Bronson.
So this is over a week ago, right? When Kyle Rittenhouse, when that incident happened, the day it
I
happened,
have chills.
the day it happened, it was all over the news. And I'm not trying to give any bias here. I'm just trying to give you
Show
trying to
how.
get facts.
No, you're trying to show how the
Right.
news is biased.
I'm not. So I'm just going to lay out facts. The day that the Kyle Rittenhouse thing happened, the night it happened, the media was already. It was everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. His face was everywhere. His name was everywhere, and it was all. The whole thing was that the whole narrative was that he went to the protest riot
to kill black people.
to like with
The
a
intent-
racist motive.
Right. Oh, I'm
This
so
story,
upset.
his picture's nowhere. This guy, his face is nowhere. It's a week later. I'm curious how many people. This happened in the same state as well. I'm curious how many people listening even knew that this happened. He killed more people. So Kyle Rittenhouse killed 2. He killed 6
and injured 30.
60.
60. Bronson, it's devastating.
62 people are in the hospital.
Devastating. Is this guy? He's arrested, I assume.
Not like he's in custody, but he's not arrested yet. I don't think or he's not charged. I should say the narrative of this story was that he made a wrong turn. This is literally the narrative. He made a wrong turn after trying to flee a domestic incident.
But you said there was no chase. There was no chase. There was nothing.
I don't know that's
He
the
had to
story.
be going about 80 miles an hour.
Through people.
No.
So he didn't just make a wrong turn.
No.
If you make a wrong turn, you back up and you go and you turn around.
Stop. By the way, you couldn't go through those people unless you ran them over.
Yeah.
That's how many people.
Yes.
What's the deal with this
And so
cocksucker
that's
now?
literally
This
the narrative.
Motherfucker asshole should die. What's going on with
So
this
let's see.
asshole?
This is from the Daily Mail. This is an article. It says the suspect accused of planning into a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, shared social media posts promoting violence towards white people. Here today, 8-year-old Jackson Sparks is the 6th victim, having died in the hospital from his injuries. Brooks was charged on Tuesday. What's his name? Daryl Brooks Jr., 39 years old.
Look at him.
That's what he looks like.
No, look at him. Look at that motherfucker.
So
You wouldn't now. I would get great pleasure. Him and I in a fucking room, and I fucking make him die in his own, choking on his own blood. You think I'm joking?
no, I don't.
No, he should fucking choke on his own blood.
So it's
And I want to be the one to fucking do it to him.
He was charged with 5 accounts of first-degree intentional homicide and is expected to face more charges. Police are yet to determine the motive behind the deadly rampage.
Look at him.
He was an amateur rapper. His stage name was Math Boy Fly. That's such a
I'm
horrible.
so upset.
5 of the 6 victims, all white, who died on Sunday, were aged 52 to 82 and were part of the Waukesha club known as the Dancing Grannies. So here are some posts
sad.
of his.
It's sad, Bronson.
Here are some previous
Of
posts
his?
of his.
Let's
of his.
hear. I wanna
And
hear.
guys, the media, like literally, you have to search to find this. They're not talking about it anywhere. But Kyle Rittenhouse, everywhere people were bringing up his TikTok videos, his history, whatever. He was a 17-year-old kid, and I'm not discounting what Kyle Rittenhouse did, but I'm just trying to show you the difference
parallel,
between
right.
how the media is portraying it. They're literally trying, like they're not showing you anything about this guy. And so these are real posts. This is a picture from his Facebook profile. It said, learned and taught behavior. So when we start knocking white people the fuck out, I don't want to hear it. The old white people too. Knock them the fuck out, period. Okay.
That's violent.
Okay, that's violent.
That's violent.
So that's literally straight up violence towards
All in
white people.
caps. That's fucking anger.
That's violence towards white people.
But that's okay, Bronson.
And then he shared, these are screenshots of his Facebook. He shared this post. Kyle Kuzma breaks down his belief of what white privilege is. And then he did like a smirk face. Let's see. He shared an article from ESPN that say, Brooks had also shared a post about a white cop being violent towards peaceful protesters. The posts are among several that have emerged in the wake of his arrest after he drove his Ford SUV into a crowd of kids and elderly people. What's this? Here's a picture from his Instagram. No, this is from Facebook. Back in 2015, he posted a thing that says, Hitler knew who the real Jews were. Hitler said even in his death, he will start World War II. One of his soldiers asked how. He replied, the day mankind finds out that I was trying to defend the nation, Germany, from them, that's the day World War III will start. For on that day, mankind will learn that I'm trying to save my nation from the Freemasons, the Illuminati, and the Jews. For if the Americans win the war, they will conquer the world and forever be a slave to the Jews, and they will try to conquer, and the whole thing. So he's also anti-Semitic.
No, wait, could you imagine?
And then he
people
tagged
think
it,
like that?
hashtag research.
How fucked up.
That's his mugshot. That's his mugshot.
Look at this guy.
Let's see, what else does it say in here?
He's going to get out in jail one day.
So it's like, we don't need to really talk more about it. It's just,
I hope they kill him in fucking jail.
you just have to, the bias is so evident. And I don't understand why. Why would they try to hide this? Because he's black? I don't understand. It
makes no sense.
Because it's black against white violence, so it
And
doesn't
by the
hold
way,
up to like
and
the narrative.
it's the fucking wealthy fucking Jews that are running the fucking media, and they're the ones doing it. Go figure that one out.
It's just
The Jewish people, I got to tell you, big disappointment, guys. And I can say it's because of Jew.
he was released on $1,000 bond.
You're kidding me?
Oh no, wait, that was earlier.
Wait.
Earlier this month, following an alleged hit and run incident involving his girlfriend.
Could you imagine?
That's
Hit and run.
Oh, it says on Sunday, he was fleeing the scene of a domestic dispute when he crashed into the crowds after smashing through several safety barriers and breezing past cops. Just 20 minutes later, he is captured by a doorbell camera, shivering and standing on the porch before Ryder opens his front door to him. So it's like the media, this is from that article, the media is literally trying to play it off.
Yeah, these are Jews, but these are the Jews.
He was just fleeing another scene. That this wasn't intentional. He just was getting away from something
100%. 100 fucking percent. That was intentional. Bronson, 100%.
I agree. At least it looks like it.
No, Bronson.
Yeah.
There's no fucking doubt that's intentional.
And you can't. So the video of him, the video of him running through the parade, you can't find on the news sources. I had to go to Twitter to find that video that I just played you. Meanwhile, Kyle Rittenhouse, New York Times did a whole fucking 30-minute documentary showing all of the footage from that night of him shooting people.
Right, but they didn't show the footage of the live stream of the defense. They did a prosecutor closing argument, not the defense.
And they didn't show how Kyle was beaten with a skateboard before he took his gun out.
Could you imagine? Isn't it a shame the news has gotten like that? It's so biased.
It's really a shame.
Yeah. These are the same Jews that would go back in the fucking gas chamber. These fucking running these media companies. Assholes. It's a problem. This is a huge problem.
Yep. Here are the victims.
Ugh.
But yeah, enough
So
about that. It's sad. It's sad and it's whatever. Here's a tweet with that video. It says, corporate media does not want you to talk about the Christmas parade attack. They want you to think that Darrell Brooks Jr. was just fleeing a knife fight and that killing 6 people was an accident. Does this look like an accident to you? Blah, blah.
So sad.
All right, enough about that.
Yeah.
You want to do
Let's do a quick fatherly advice, then we'll get into something else, and then we'll go to another topic.
I have other things too.
Terrible. People need to start, getting involved, I guess. I don't know what the right answer is because you can't believe the fucking news. You can't believe what you watch. You can't believe what you read. So you got to get involved and ask questions and make your own, draw your own conclusions and just not, hey, stop picking your fingers. But it's terrible. Ugh, I wish I didn't see that video. Sad. I mean, you think you can go on a fucking parade and there's barricades. You think you can be safe. This happened like 2 years ago too, didn't it, Bronson, in Europe or something? They did that in one of the Christmas parades. It happens all the time.
Yes.
It's terrible. People are just nasty. evil
That's a scary thing to think about. Like, that's such an easy way to kill people. Cars are so dangerous, and you could just take it and just go through.
Plow.
Like, you could just go to a crowded street and just.
Sad.
It's shocking that doesn't happen more often.
All right, I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. And what do we got, brother?
Let me see. Okay, here's a good one. This is from Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, I'm Michelle. I'm 24 and I live in New York City. I work at a public accounting firm and passed my CPA back in May. I want to leave so I can make more money as I feel like I'm being ripped off a bit compensation-wise. What's your advice on getting a new job that is good pay but also not working 24/7? I feel like Jon can relate to this as he is a lawyer. Did you have to work long hours in your 20s? Is there anything you would have done differently in your career/life in your 20s? Sometimes I feel so much pressure to be making so much money living in New York City, as working your ass off is a lifestyle here, and it's easy to constantly compare yourself to others. Obviously, I want to enjoy life and not kill myself working as well. Then she said, love you guys, love the show, guys, even if you shit on my city. So there's
we shit in the city.
Yeah, so there's a few things in there.
Okay.
So I guess she said, how do you go about getting a job that has better pay? I guess basically she's just asking about work-life balance when you're young.
Well, and you maybe I want to hear what you have to say because you're in your 20s.
Yeah, but what do you have to say for that? So she said, did you work long hours in your 20s, and what would you have done differently in your life and career in your 20s? She feels a lot of pressure making money and working your ass off, but also wants to enjoy her life.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think that I did work long hours. I was never afraid of hard work. I think that you, unfortunately, and if you're going to want to be successful and move up, you are going to have to work hard. That's a given. I think there's no way around that. But you have to ask yourself, what's more important to you? Are you looking to move up in the corporate world and where you are, or a different accounting firm and do that? Or are you saying, it's not as important to me because I know maybe I'll get married, have kids, whatever it is, and that's not important to me. So my social life is just as important to me as money. If that's the case, then you don't have to work those long hours. So I think it's an individual choice on what's important.
What your priorities are.
Right. But I will tell you that I definitely think the New York City mentality, that inner city is a little bit different than other places, than other cities. That's just my feeling.
It absolutely is. I came up in I got my first job in LA, and I had all my jobs. Every job I've worked has been in California, and that's not the mentality in California. The mentality in California is much more focused on life outside of work than your work.
Yeah, but I don't
relate to that at all.
I do relate to that because I did work very hard, and I still work hard.
I was working 16 hours a day in my first two jobs.
Right, but I would tell Michelle. You said. I would tell Michelle, I would probably, I'm not saying this, move out of New York. I would say you're young, you're 24 years old.
See, that's where I disagree. And where I was going to give my advice.
I would move out of there. I would go to a place where it's beautiful, like South Florida. I can get you a job with one of my client accounting firms. You'll still work hard. I think there's better growth. You won't work as hard as you are there, and it's sunnier here, it's warmer, and I think it's a better life. But you have to ask yourself, Michelle, what is important to you? Because there are some people that might work 100 hours a week and make, let's say, 200 grand, and they have no social life. And some people might work 50 or 60 hours a week and make 100 grand, and that's nothing wrong with that either. And they have a social life. So it's based on what your needs and what's important to you. And whatever you decide, if you feel that your social life and you're not allowing you to meet a guy and move on to the next level of your life and have some sort of, to date and meet people because of your job, then don't do it. It's not worth the fucking money. Go to a smaller accounting firm and work less and make less and have a quality of life. But I know their accountants are very busy these days. They have a hard time finding staff. So if you're a good CPA, they're going to want you to work hard. But I will tell you, definitely a balance is important, but also working hard and paying your dues when you're young, when you have the strength to do it, the time to do it, and save money is not a bad thing either. So there's no right or wrong answer in this particular case.
I agree that now is the time where you pay your dues when you can. We have the most amount of energy and we're new into it. So you gotta earn your way to the point where you don't work as hard or whatever. But I live my life by this, and I believe it. It's that like when so you're 24, we're basically the same age. We're at the exact age, like we're almost coming out of it, where we're at the age where it's the easiest to do what you want to do. So it's like it doesn't matter how much money you're making right now, and it doesn't matter how much money you're saving right now, because now is the time where should be the least of your worries for the rest of your life, right? Like it'll only become more of a worry as you age, right? Like 30 to 70, it'll only increase. The amount of money you make will become more important. The amount of money you save will become more important as you get 30 older. And the ability you'll have to hang out with your friends a bunch, go out, party, travel the way you want to, like to do the freedom and the fun things that you want to do in your 20s, it'll only get harder to do those as you age. So do that now. Like it doesn't matter climbing the corporate ladder when you're 24. Save that till you're 30. Because when you're 35,
it might
you're not
be
going
too
to
late.
have. But then it'll be too late to do the things that you should be doing as a 20-year-old.
I get what you're saying makes a lot of sense. But
that's also a priorities thing.
Listen, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. But on the same token, I don't know. Maybe if you bust your ass from 24 to 27 or 28, you save enough money, you could buy a little place that you own. You move up the corporate ladder, and now you're at a higher position, and you've got yourself 4 or 5 year head start. And now you're at that point.
Great, a 5-year head start, but you have no memory. You have no fun memories of your childhood. Well, that's not worth it to me.
I get it,
but some people it might be.
But you also had a fucking time in your life in fucking college too. I mean, how much do you got to keep partying and going out and getting table and getting drunk every weekend? And I mean, you work, so you.
But it's also a priority. But I also do work, and I do that. It's just like you said. It depends on what you want.
Everybody's different.
If you want to retire 5 years earlier, great. Go work your ass off right now. I don't want to, so whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a black or white answer. It's an individual choice, but I do think that everything is a balance. If all you do is working in on 11 o'clock at night and you're 24 years old, I don't think that's healthy. I'm sorry, I just don't think it's healthy for you to be working every night from, let's say, 7 to 11 p.m. and you're just busting your ass and you're not going out and socializing, you're not going out and dating. You need to also plan as a woman or a young guy that you want to date and meet somebody, eventually get married. So you have to balance it. And if it's not allowing you to balance it, then you have to change something up. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Because life is a balance. But with the understanding that it doesn't sound like
and you also have to pay your dues.
You have to work hard and pay your dues too. So again, I don't know how many hours a week you're working, but if you're working 65, 70 hours a week, that's not terrible. I'm fucking 54 and I work 65, 70 hours a week. I'm working from 9 to 9 and then on the weekends and whatever. It's not unreasonable. Yeah. So I hope we helped. We didn't give you a definitive answer. It's a tough call to give a definitive answer. But if you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to us and call us, and we're more than happy to help you. All right? So good luck.
Is there anything you felt you would have done differently when you were in your 20s? Like, do you wish you saved more? Do you wish you traveled more? Do you wish you had kids earlier? Do you wish you waited long? Like anything like that?
No. So I think I got married at the right age. It was just the right time.
What age was that? A lot of people probably don't know.
I got married at 25. Okay.
That's my age.
And we had you at 27. Okay. I feel that I saved whatever I could. I didn't make a lot of money. I was not making a lot of money as my first job as a lawyer. So I really couldn't save a lot. So that was hard.
Do you wish you could have saved more? Like, would that have helped you more? Do you wish you... Well, I guess you weren't... It's not like you were saving... You were not saving because you were spending it. You just couldn't save.
No, we weren't. We didn't spend a lot of money on it. We would find places where to eat that had like discounted pasta. We always like this place Wednesday nights had $5.99.
So you weren't blowing your money. You just could. You were saving whatever you could, but you couldn't.
We tried to save whatever we could, but it was hard. So I would not have had my kids young because I felt I had them young enough. So I'm in a good spot. So
I feel
27,
like
you when you were born. So we were 27. I really don't think I would have done anything differently because remember at 20, just turning 28, 27 years old is when we quit our jobs and moved to Florida. So I need to learn to be a lawyer.
Do you wish you did would it have been helpful if you did that even earlier? Or did you? I feel like you did it at the right time. If you stayed in New York longer, it would have been harder.
I promise you if I stayed See, when I move, if I stayed in New York longer, I never would have moved.
Right.
And if me not getting that job that they hired me and they said we have a hiring freeze, that I was so upset. I was so depressed working that job, the other prior job, that it was a catapult for me to move.
It's so interesting how life works like that.
Some-
Like things
right.
out of your control change, put
Make
you
a
on a different
decision,
path.
right?
Like I'm in Florida right now because
Of COVID.
because
The government.
No, I'm in Florida because I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. The day I broke up with her, I came here and I thought I was only gonna be here for 2 months or whatever, and then I never went back.
Okay, but Bronny, but it's like,
But like, who knows? I mean,
it was
maybe
COVID.
if COVID
Wait.
didn't happen, I wouldn't have broken up with her.
COVID, and then us coming out and you saying that you want to drive back with us and us having that talk
Right,
at dinner.
But what I'm saying is,
where
like,
were we? We were in Austin.
we were in Santa Fe.
And we were talking.
But what I'm saying is, like,
Things are weird.
that relationship ended, and now I'm in Florida. If that relationship didn't end, or let's say I never even got into that relationship, and I met someone else, and I continued on with that
Correct.
person, I would have just lived in LA for my
Happens
whole life.
all the time.
And my kids would have just been born in LA, and I would have done that. It's just so weird how decisions are made for you in your life.
Well, no. Decisions not made for you. There are
know what I mean?
things that bring you to a path, a fork in the road, and you make a decision.
Like, you moved to Florida because you didn't get that job. If you got that job, you would have stayed in New York,
Correct.
and your whole life would have been different.
Correct. I'd probably be living on Long Island, a partner in one of the firms in Manhattan.
But it's just like that someone else made that decision for you. Not really. They didn't force you down to Florida, but you know what I mean?
And then,
It was someone else did the catalyst.
well, but we still made a decision because we could have said, let's get another job in New York.
Right.
So, it still takes you to make those decisions and create opportunity for yourself. But I just lost my train of thought with that. No big deal. But it is funny how life does change on simple things that can help push your decision if you find that opportunity and you create that opportunity to do it. And I don't, honestly, Bronson, I don't think I would have done anything differently in my 20s. Mom and I had a great dating. I mean, I loved dating your mother. It was so much fun. We had a great engagement. We had great friends. We had a nice little life in Long Island, what we were doing. We were trying to save some money. We had a great wedding. You kids being born. I don't think I would
You guys
change
did it
that.
at a good age. Like, I feel like I'm right at the point now where I'm like well, I don't know, because I've been enjoying the last year a lot, but I'm also at the point where I'm like, I don't want to waste much more time, because then it's just like you were at a good age for all that stuff to happen.
Correct, but then why are you not trying to make it happen?
I am.
Okay.
I'm literally, I don't even like.
I don't see you trying to. I think you going out with your buddies at these tables.
But I don't
even.
I don't even bother myself with women anymore because I don't want to waste my time.
But how are you But how are you going to meet a girl if you don't go out on a date with a girl?
No, what I'm saying, yes, if I don't go out on a date with a girl.
But you don't.
No, but when I go, no, I mean, yeah.
No, you don't.
I don't know. What am I saying?
I have a question. You know the one that mom said, reach out to that girl? Did
Yeah,
you?
no.
Okay, there you go. That's what about the one from California? Anything further with that one?
We talk.
Okay, so my point is,
She's definitely listening.
Listen,
to this.
but what I'm trying to get, and I like her, but my point is this: if you don't make yourself accessible, and you go out with, just hear me out before you say anything, and you and Bryce and Jay Bird and all those guys go out and you have a great fucking time, it's great, and you get a table, and you say, you know, you're not meeting a girl at these tables. You know that, right?
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I have to think more on it, because even on Wednesday night, Christina, one of my good friends, two friends of hers came up to us. They were like, "Oh my God, Christina, it's so good to see you." Both were women. And Christina said to one of them,
Jewish, by the way?
yeah.
Okay.
Christina was like, "Bronson, this is so-and-so." And then we were
This is
chatting.
Menachem. No, guys.
And she was a girl.
I'm
And we were
teasing.
chatting for a little bit, but then I just wasn't even focused on it.
Why?
And then the girl left, and Christina like hit me, and she was like, "I'm really mad at you." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, that was a great girl. She was like, she was Jewish. She's really smart. She's a friend of mine. She's a great
so
girl.
what is it? Are you gay?
And she said, she was like, "What?" Well, like, that was so stupid. And Christina said, the girl came up to me, not me. Christina said the girl came up to Christina and said, "Who is that guy? Is he single?" And that's why Christina introduced me.
Right. So what's your problem?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have to think about it. Because now, like I said, I've said to you and I've said on this podcast, I go out to bars every weekend, and I don't even bother. I'm not even interested in talking to girls anymore at the
So
bars.
I have a couple of questions for you.
6 months ago, that was my favorite thing to do.
I have a couple of questions
I'm not
for
even
you.
interested.
Do you think that you don't have an interest because you like the girl from California, or what's the deal?
Maybe that's part of it too. But
So then why are you not trying to force that California thing?
foster it into what?
Okay, but then end it. Meaning you can't have it both ways. By the way, if Bronson, leave your fingers. Listen,
No, but like, what more fostering?
I have
do
a
you want me to
question.
do?
I want a question for you. You not
It's so funny too because she's definitely listening to
listen,
this.
Bronson. Listen.
So it's weird to talk about that. Okay, but I'll talk about it. I don't care.
Couple things. There is no way. I think it's very mature of you saying, okay, you're ready for that next step, which makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's normal progression. But you do know if you don't seize the opportunity, let's say Christina's friend, you know you're not gonna you're not gonna monopolize it.
I know,
You
but
can't
like
do
I
it.
just. But if I don't seize if I'm not interested, if I don't have the desire, why would I
But
force myself?
did you not find her
Because I
attractive?
only. But,
Did you find her attractive?
But shouldn't a person that you want to go on a date, like shouldn't the person that you want to be your wife, you want to have the desire to like pursue
Okay,
them?
but
if I don't have the desire, then
I have a question.
why
for
should
you.
I force a
Because
desire? Fake a desire.
Okay, who's number one? No, by the way, no one says you're marrying her tomorrow, so you
No,
don't have
I
to fake it. Just listen to me. I can give you some good advice. Just listen. Okay. So number one is if you know, don't put your finger in there. If no one is,
That's what she said.
listen, but I'm
No, this one.
no, that's the one. Oh, that was the one. Right. So here's the thing. Sometimes you go out with a girl, the first impression cannot be great, and you go out the second time and you like the person. That happens. You're not marrying her, so there's no downside.
It's true.
Wait, let me finish. That doesn't require a response.
My ex, we went on a first date, then we went on a second date, and she like almost ended this after the second date. She thought I didn't like her. She thought I was, and then I asked her out 2 more times. I was like, "Come on, whatever," and then we did it for 2 years.
So number one is you don't have to shortchange yourself and just say no, because what's the worst? You make friends.
You're right.
Number one. Number two. When I was dating Mom, I'll never forget. She used to come every Thursday to my apartment in Huntington, sleep over, go to train. And we'd always go to places in this like Lord and Taylor shopping centers. They had this white potato pizza. You know, Mom loves her white pizza.
Mom loves white pizza.
Okay, even back then. And we got in a fight. Not a fist fight, like a fight.
I didn't think so.
No, okay, I'm teasing. And I normally, you know my personality, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm done. Because I thought every girl was lucky to be with me. I didn't give a fuck, whatever.
That honestly might be why I'm also not interested, because I'm just like,
Listen.
I don't want to put in the work. But that's bad of me.
Listen. So I said to myself, John, in my mind, this is 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, 31 years ago. And I said, John, just don't fight this one. It's not like, it's just, don't be yourself. Just don't write it off. And look where I am today. I have a beautiful family, beautiful wife. My point is this. You need to put yourself out there. You need to, if that girl, Christina, did you find her attractive?
No, it was Christina's friend.
Find her attractive?
I don't even remember.
Okay, because you were drunk?
Yeah.
Okay. So
And it was very dark in there.
so-
I'm pretty sure she was definitely
just hear
cute.
me out. So what's wrong with contacting Christina, calling up the girl and grabbing a drink with her?
But I'm not even interested in doing that. I don't want to.
Then you'll never meet anybody.
I know, but I think I'm
and this
also,
girl from California, you want to know my take on the California thing?
Yes.
Okay. Here's my take on it. And I'm usually right with my intuition because I see it. My feeling is if you were not in a pandemic, it would be exclusively you and her in California if you were living in
Even
California.
if we lived in the same area.
Yes. Okay.
If we lived in the same area, we would date, of course, because we would live in the same area.
So
But
therefore, I think you should try to foster that.
by what? Like by doing what?
Going out there more, her coming here more and see what the deal is, and then you see where it goes. That's what I think you should. You have no doubt. You know California. She said she would come here and visit. Okay, you have your. I don't know why you don't do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're right.
What's the worst? You like this person. I know you do.
I'm just. I don't know. I'm in a.
Are you
weird place.
Are you defeating yourself because you say there's no because she's there and I'm here? That's fucked up because you could have that relationship between FaceTime and social media and you.
I mean, we talk.
Do you know you guys can see each other every other weekend? She can come here twice a month and you can go out there.
That's
twice a month.
exhausting.
But listen. But after a couple of months, you might say we want to be, and then she might move here.
She also like just got a She literally just got a job a couple months ago.
What?
So
I'm telling you, she doesn't care. I can get her a job anywhere
just,
in Florida. You need to fucking do something. Stop being a lazy ass.
It's laziness. That's what it is.
Well,
that's what it boils down to. Because I find myself feeling like I don't even want to go through the effort of going on a date because it's just like work. It's just, and then I have to
it's fun.
I know, and
you meet nice people.
I felt that way like 6 months ago. I was like going on a bunch of dates. It was super fun, and I enjoyed it. Now I'm just like tired of it.
Bronson.
So maybe I just need a little bit of a break to go because I was doing it a lot. So maybe I got tired of it and sick of it. I'm like sick of wasting my time because it was like it felt so. What's the opposite of fruitful? You know, it felt so like it was
deflated.
Such a waste of time. Every date I was going on felt like such a waste of time that now I'm like turned off by it. You know what I mean?
I think you should.
So I just know like, I just always have a better night when I just go out with my
no, that's
my
you
friends.
just avoiding like doing laundry.
Yeah.
Why don't you reach out to Christina and see about taking that girl out? And why the girl from California? Why don't you have her come out?
Yeah, I mean she's listening. Tell her to come out. I've told her.
I think you do like each other. I wouldn't let the distance be. How's your life changing? If you try to force a relationship with her, and I know you like her, it doesn't change.
You're right.
And it can only be better.
I have been doing it. I just have been lazy with it.
Let's get on the phone. I'll call her.
We're not going to go on the pod. Okay. But I know for a fact she's listening, so she's hearing this conversation.
I like her. Mom and I liked her.
I just, I don't know. It's just laziness is what it is.
So man up. You're not getting young. And here's the thing. Do you want to, this thing from a time standpoint?
I just want it to be, I just want to like be tomorrow, have a person where we're already like past the 15th date, where we just know each other.
Why? Is that so much fun?
I just want to get that point right now. That's so much fun. I'm just being lazy. I know.
No, that's so much. That's the best part of dating.
I know. I'm just like
you don't
want to leave.
You don't want to leave the person. You get home with 4 months. You miss the person. You want to see them again. That's the best part of fucking dating. And then
I also think part of me too, like part of me also, I don't know what am I trying to say? Like with my last relationship, I was purposefully ignoring a lot of things that
that annoyed
like
you.
Red flags, I guess you could
that
say.
Was your that's your mistake.
Right. And I was purposely doing that because I was enjoying myself in the moment. Where now that I realized that mistake and I was like, oh, wow, that was 2 years of not wasted time because I learned a lot through it and became the person that I am now and stuff. So it's not wasted time, but
you loved
wasted
her.
time.
I mean, not the love of your life, but you loved her. Yes. She was nice.
And so now I'm in the mindset where I'm like, I'm so hypercritical because of the mistake I made that now I'm like, I don't want to waste any time. So I'm hypercritical. And then but at the same time, I'm also aware. I know.
You got to compromise.
I know. No, I'm aware of it. It's just a thing that I'm.
In every relationship, there's compromise. Even at the beginning of relationships. That's just the way it is.
And then on the other hand, too, I'm like, I also, I'm confident, like I like myself a lot. I'm not saying I'm narcissistic or like super egotistical, but I am egotistical in a sense where I'm like, I know that I know what I'm worth, right? And I know that like I'm a good person to be a boyfriend to someone, right? Like someone would be, I guess I know that someone will be lucky for me to be their boyfriend.
I understand that.
So that's another thing where I'm like, that has put me in a lazy mood because I'm like, oh, I'm such a catch that they'll work for me. And like, I know that that's bad.
No, you should be
that's bad.
Okay, let me tell you something. As the guy, you should be the one fucking being the chaser of the girl. Okay, no, don't let the fucking girl. You need. No, I know. You need to change that shit. You're not fucking God. Get over that fucking thing.
I'm saying I'm well
You'll be
aware.
Home Alone.
I'm saying I'm well aware. I'm aware that, and
you need to work to get a fucking girlfriend. You need to fucking try to not seduce her, but what's it called? Court her, yes. And you need to wine and dine her, make her feel like a fucking princess. Okay, that's what you do for.
I don't want to do that to anyone right now. That's bad, and that worries me that I don't want to do that. But I did sit like 9 months ago. I did when I was like going on dates with people, and I was excited to do it. I would like buy them flowers. I was like wanting to go out to dinner, and I'm like, I don't even want to take a girl out to dinner. I just want to go to a bar and like get a drink with them, and that's it. Like I don't want to take it, and I know that that's bad, and so then it worries me that I feel that way even. And I guess it's laziness, or maybe it's like a little bit of entitlement.
I don't know if it's entitlement. I'm like,
I'm just like You know, I'm like, I don't need to work for it. I'll be fine. Maybe like that's
Okay,
the entitlement.
but so you're going to be 26. Let's assume you date somebody. You want to have your first kid at 29. It makes sense, right?
Yeah, I'd like to.
So you got to get moving on that.
I know.
And there's plenty of women that would, like that girl that mom said, I would, see, here's the difference between you and me.
I know. No,
when
I know.
When some my friends like call Nell, I hung with the phone with my friend and called her right away. So like, what are you waiting for?
I don't know. That's what I'm talking.
What do you
I'm
think?
just talking it out.
We're just talking, yeah.
I just think it's laziness.
Okay, but
I think I don't even want to, like, maybe part of me doesn't want to go through all of it again. Like, I just want the fruits of my labor, but not putting in the labor.
Dating's the best part of the relationship. It's so much fun. It's so romantic and great, and you have great sex, you have great times, you have great memories.
But
those are great fucking times.
It's great when the person's great. And so that's why a part of me too is like, if I'm not feeling that excitement with someone after a second date, then I'm not.
That's a different story. That's a different story.
If it doesn't feel worth it to me to pursue, then it's not worth it to pursue, right?
But you can't make them the first date, whatever. You can't make that.
You can sometimes.
Sometimes you can, I agree. But like that girl, let's say Christina's friend, because you were drunk, that's the only reason why you didn't remember. You don't remember her.
It's
not a negative.
She just looked Jewish. Like, I don't remember what else she looked like.
But and the girl in California.
But I also trust because Christina's a good friend of mine, and she knows me. And she said she was like, "What the fuck?"
So why don't
that was really bad?
Reach out to the girl and apologize to her and say I was trashed. I wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, maybe I'll text Christina.
What's the downside? And why don't you text the girl that mom said?
Yeah, I should too.
And why don't you reach out to the girl from California?
Oh, so much work.
That's the one I think that you really like. That's the vibe I get.
Anyone listening, guys or girls, if you relate to what I'm saying, reach out. I wanted to hear if you.
I don't care what they relate to.
No, I do. I just want to know if they're like, I get what you're, or people who have felt the way I do and then have gotten past it. Maybe that's someone who should reach out to me and talk to me about it.
I think you're getting a little too comfortable in your ways, and you're like a little bit of an older guy, an old man.
Yes, it's laziness.
You get up. Listen, you get up. Do you work out anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't the last week because it's been
You
vacation.
get up, you have your coffee outside, you sit there, you go to the beach, you do your thing, you futz around. Listen,
I'm enjoying my life.
Listen, that's not enjoying life. Listen, you futz around your phone, answering the DMs with your friends and the podcast. You're devoting time to the podcast, which I know you like. Whatever.
It's work. This is a job.
Okay, but even the podcast, I told you, you've been getting a little bit lazy on. Mom and I have told you, you want to build this fucking podcast. You're getting lazy. You haven't picked a fucking date when we're going to be in Miami doing a meet and greet. I told you, you're getting lazy. Now is when you can't be fucking lazy.
You're right. I know.
For your future of your wife, for your future of your career. How many times I tell you to go get those sponsors? Have you done it?
Huh?
The sponsors with the bars so you can get free drinks and whatever. Have you done it? No. Why? Lazy. Yeah. So the common theme is lazy.
Fuck.
Get off your fucking fat ass and fucking take the world by the balls.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I know you're right.
So I want you to do that, right? I want you to invite the girl from fucking California over. Here's what we're going to do.
I have invited her over. What are you talking? I have.
Okay, well then fuck her then. Listen, here's what we do. I want you today, contact Christina. No, seriously. And I want you to text the girl that mom set you up with. She was cute. I want those both done today and report to me back by Monday.
Yes, sir.
No, by tomorrow, I mean. Don't be lazy.
Sir, yes, sir.
Don't be lazy.
I know.
You have a lot to offer. You're ruining some good youth of your life.
Yes, I'm enjoying it in other ways, and I'm ruining it in some ways. Yes, I agree. I'm wasting time in some aspects, but I'm also enjoying myself and living the moment in others.
By the way, you could still do the bar thing table with your girlfriend.
Yes. No, look, I just admitted to you I want a girlfriend. That's what this whole conversation is about.
So then fucking knock it out. A good-looking guy like you, with a father like me, you can get any girl you want. I want you to do that. Text both Christina and that other girl.
Okay.
And I want to see that girl from California come in.
Trying to get her to come over New Year's.
She's not coming?
No, she might. I don't know.
Why? What does she say when you speak to her? How about calling? Stop with the fucking pussy text. How about fucking calling the person? Just get on the phone and speak to her. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? I miss you. I miss you too. I'd like to see you. It sucks you live there. It sucks that I live here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try to, I really like to see you more. Blah, blah. Okay, you kidding me? Common sense. That's hard to do. Close the fucking deal. Just like with business. Close the fucking deal.
Yeah.
I want you to get you should be contacting those fucking bar owners, and you would have to pay $200 for your fucking table. You get the table for free. Could you imagine? If you didn't have to piss away $200 in cash, if you got free drinks because you fucking promote them on the podcast, monopolize it while you can. and build the
you're
podcast
right.
up. Build the
I know
fucking
you're
podcast up. Build it up.
All right.
You
we
have the
are.
ability. All
I
right.
am.
All right.
Okay,
Now that I
enough.
ripped him a new ass.
Enough.
All right.
I'm done.
Love you, Bronny. I do.
Love
I love
you
you.
too.
Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. We look forward to a great season of the holiday season coming up. If you want your merchandise, you got to go get your fucking merchandise.
Daddy Issues, the podcast.com/shop.
We're not doing these shirts after this again. We were supposed to.
I think there are literally like 50 left.
Wait, there was supposed to be a one run and done, but we did a second by popular demand because everybody wanted it. We have other merchandise coming out. Tell your friends about us. Help us grow the fucking podcast so Bronson doesn't become a fucking lazy ass.
Yeah, find me a girlfriend.
A 90-year-old
nice
Jewish guy.
girlfriend.
No, you can do your own on the fucking girlfriend thing. But we love you guys. We look forward to a great holiday. Can't believe 2021 is over. We have a lot to be thankful for. We really are.
But we got a few more episodes before it's over.
I know, but Thanksgiving, we have a lot to be thankful. We're all very grateful. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Love you guys. Only the best, and we'll see you in a week.
Yep.
Later. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me.
The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.